Yeah, that's right. A bit early.
Yes, we are.
Had it in my diary for 7. It's not until
7:30.
No.
I was given a lift and had to be dropped off early, so... I hope this one will be good. You know, useful.
Yeah, I never hold out much hope.
Oh, we'll see. Some are good. Some are...
Yeah.
I've seen you before, haven't I? I know the face.
Really?
I think so. Been to one of these before?
Long time ago, maybe.
Yeah, it was one of these then too. It was an ICT thing then.
A few years back.
I remember you.
Really?
Yes, you said something really interesting.
Me?
You were quite passionate, agitated.
What did I say?
We were asked about the kind of company we wanted to be, the kind of company we thought our customers wanted. And you talked about...
I remember.
Talked about...
The kind of companies that make this country great. The kind of company we want is the kind where there's a man stood behind a counter in a brown apron with a short back and sides and a pencil behind his ear. The British customer deserves a door with a bell on a spring, a cardboard sign with open on one side, closed on the other, and a yellowing piece of paper in the window to say, gone to lunch back in 20 minutes. A set of scales, a tiled floor, a bus timetable on the wall, a pinboard with lost cat and handyman adverts. That's what made this country great. Old maids on sit-up-and-beg bicycles, riding past the thwack of leather on willow to collect a cottage loaf, some loose tea, and perchance a paper bag of mint humbugs on special occasions. Children in boaters and caps with blazers and badges clamouring for penny chews and pear drops. Enamel signs for Brasso, Bovril and Ovaltine. Cash tills with wooden drawers which go ding when you ring up a sale for 7 and 6, with a little sign which pops up when you press hard down on those keys. And wires that go across the ceiling and take the change across the shop floor. That's what this country wants, needs, and shall have again. For that is what makes this country great.
Yeah, that was it. I remember now.
Something I can get quite passionate about.
Really? So I'm guessing you're not completely sold on the benefits of high-tech networking, integrated systems then?
Not wholeheartedly, no.
And that would be because...
Well, isn't it obvious?
Not to me, no.
Well, for a start, cost. It's a gravy train. They'll plug you in and suck you dry. Buy this, buy that, upgrade, new spec, hardware, software, must have this one week, must have that the next, and it's all go online, do it in the virtual world, but there's nothing wrong with this world, the real world. You know, if you say any of that to these people, I mean, they think you're some kind of Neanderthal.
When I think back to the way we used to be and how it is now, IT has turned everything around. We're completely integrated. It's seamless. It's simple.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Luddite. You know, our company, it's got a website, I've got a mobile phone, so I'm completely connected. It's just when I think of what's involved.
It's just a business and a customer. It's the same relationship.
Yeah, but it still makes me...
Makes you what?
Anxious.
Well, so how long have you had this anxiety?
For as long as I can remember.
What does the word website mean to you?
It's like a brochure for your company, but it's on a computer. You know, ours is very good. The accountant's son did it. It was a school project. It's very professional looking, not bad for a young guy.
And yours would be updated how often?
Well, like our brochure, every year. Whether it needs it or not, but the guy, you know, he's on his gap here. It might be 2. He's lost interest, I think. None of us can get onto it.
Are you blogging?
Not that I know of.
Broadcasting, narrowcasting, podcasting.
Not as such.
Tell me what the word commerce means to you.
Well, that's simple. You give me the product, I give you the cash.
Cash. Such an old paradigm, such an outmoded practice. What do you see in this picture?
It's like someone going into a shop and buying a loaf of bread.
And this one?
It's like someone putting money in a till.
And this one?
Whoa, is that Angelina Jolie?
And this one?
That's you on your holidays in Paris.
Let's move on. Tell me about your mother. Your father?
Oh.
Interesting. Tell me what the word e-commerce means to you.
You see, there you go. It means nothing. I can't see it. I can't feel it. I can't touch it.
Late bedwetter?
No.
Breastfed?
I can't remember.
Interesting.
Well, does it matter?
You're joking.
Well, so how long do you think you know before you think you know what's wrong with me?
Oh, you know the minute you walked in. Simple. You are a classic case, but with an unhealthy dose of e-commerce envy thrown in. A 20th century madness. But the cure? It shall take some time. Now you go.
So, do I pay you?
Of course.
Well, how much?
You're not touching your filthy cash, oh no!
Well, I have to pay you.
To my site! You can one-click pay. WorldPal? PayPal? Very simple, no hassle.
Look here, just take it!
I'm not touching that, I don't know where to begin! Schweingeflogen!
How long have you had this anxiety?
£43.7 billion is the total online retail sales in the UK for 2008. That equates to 15% of all retail sales. And that trend is looking like it's going to continue because it's estimated that by 2020, 90% of all retail sales will be influenced by the online channel. So as a retailer, how do you go about setting up a successful e-commerce website? Well, it starts with a plan, and that plan needs to consist of timescales, resources, and budgets. In terms of timescales, if you're looking to make sales in the lead up to Christmas 2009, then you really need to have your website set up by the end of September. When you're considering the resources available in your business, do you have somebody in the business who's able to manage the content of the website, deal with customers, deal with the orders, and dispatch the products? Because if you don't, you may need to recruit somebody into that role. And in terms of budget, you're not budgeting just for the development of the website, you're also budgeting for the ongoing maintenance, management, and marketing of that website as well. So armed with this plan, you can then go out and look for an e-commerce provider, a specialist who can work with you to develop the website and help you. You perhaps want to look at 2 or 3 providers. Look at their systems, try out their systems, talk to some of their clients, find out how successful their websites are. And then the real work starts because you now have a live e-commerce website and you're expecting to get sales. You need to apply your marketing budget and you need to monitor and manage the website successfully. You need to review its performance on an ongoing basis. Armed with these tips, you should be able to develop a successful e-commerce business.